Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In the previous videos, we have seen how to create a database, how to create a table, and how to link that to a C# console application, and how to insert data into the record, how to retrieve the data, and how to update the data. That is, we have seen CRU parts of CRUD operations. In this video, let's see how to do the deletion operation. If you haven't seen the previous videos, I have uploaded a link above. Please look into that so that you will have a clear understanding when you come to this video. So now let's start this video. For the time being, let's comment out this updation part. Now let's add a command which says deletion part of the CRUD operation. Then let's create a variable, integer variable, which will hold the ID that we use to delete the record. So let's ask the user console.writeLine, enter the ID of the record that is to be deleted. Let's receive the user entered data in the DID using in.parse console.readline. Why we use this is, according to C#, all the user entered data is considered as a string in console application. So what we are doing is we are taking it as a string and converting into the integer using int.parse method. So now let's move on. If you see previously, if you have seen previous videos, what we have done is first we get the user data, next write the query, next write the command that will execute the query, and then we execute the command, then we get done. So that is how we are going to do. Now let's write the query. This will be our delete query. So as usual, let's go and see in the database. Here I've connected to the DB. If you haven't seen or if you haven't done this, please refer to the first video. There in detail I explain how to connect to DB. So let's see how to write the delete query. This is how the delete query would look like in SQL. Delete from table name, where now our column is user ID, right? Where user ID is equal to 1 or 2, whatever we have. Now we have, let's see what do we have already. This is the records we have. If I execute this command, this one will get deleted. So let's see how to transfer this to the C#. Now we are just going to write the exact same query here. Delete from details, where user ID is equal to the ID we got from user, and that is our query. Now we have to write a command which we use to execute the query, right? So SQL command delete command equal to new SQL command. The input parameters would be our query and the connection string we have created above. After writing this, we will be executing the query. Delete query dot execute non-query. Why we are using execute non-query is we will not be getting anything in return of this query, right? For example, if you see this one here, we have used execute reader because we will be getting input from the select record, right? If you select a record, like if you tell the your console application to display me some records, what it does is it retrieves the data. So that means you are getting the data, right? You are getting the data as a result. So that is why we have used execute reader. For operations like insert, we have used execute non-query, right? Insert, then update execute non query, and delete also we are using execute non query because we are not getting anything in return. We are just making changes to the records in the DB. So that is why we are using execute non query. So after we have done this, just let user know that deletion is successful. Deleted successfully. So this is how it's going to be happening. Now we have only thing remaining is SQL connection dot close, because it is always good to close the connection that we open. That is everything. So this is so simple. There are only few steps involved. First you get the input from the user. Next you write your query. Next you write your command. Next you execute your command, and then you display that it is deleted successfully. Now we have commented out update and creation, so we will get data using select star, and then based on the data we get, we will be deleting. So let's see how to do that. Now these are the two records we have. ID number 1 Leonard, age 30. ID number 2 Penny, age 40. Let's delete Leonard. I'm entering the ID number 1, that is to be deleted. So I got deleted successfully. Now let's go and see in DB. I'm executing select star query. We have only Penny now. So that means it got deleted. Okay. From previous two videos, we have seen how to do everything individually. So now, instead of uncommenting, how can we make it into in a way that we can select what we want to, what operation we want to do, and we can particularly do that alone. Okay, so let's see how to do that. This particular operation can be done using switch case, right? So why we go for switch case is the structure of switch case is switch case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, and whatever cases you have, and then we have default. That exactly looks similar to our condition, right? We have creation, retrieval, updation, and deletion. We have four individual cases, and we can select whichever case we want to undo that. So let's see how to do that. Now let's uncomment every individual part. We have uncommented everything. So how switch case works? Let's go and see how it works. So let's see where it gets separated. Yeah, until here connection is established. That is a common place for everything. Now let's write console dot write line let's give the user four options. Okay, select from the options below. So now we need to give them the new line, right? So that is why we are using escape sequence. So the first one would be creation. After that we need to give escape sequence. Next one will be retrieve. After that one escape sequence, that is a new line, and then 3 update, and then again a new line, and then 4, that would be delete. Okay, we have given everything we have needed. Then we have given numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So for this numbers, let's So what happens is this will be displayed. When this displays, user will select 1, 2, 3, 4 based on the option they are willing to choose. So for that, let's create a variable called choice, which takes input from user in third parse console dot read line. So this input we will be getting from the user. Now based on this choice we get, we will select the case from switch. So let's write switch. The case would be choice. We will be putting everything inside the switch case. Okay, everything is inside the switch case now. Let's create case one by one. So give me a moment. I'll be back after formatting this. Yeah, I've just moved this everything into a readable format. So this is how it looks like now. So let's create a case one by one. Our first case would be case 1. Our first case would be the creation. So after creation is done, we have to add a break statement. Next case would be retrieval. Case 2. After case 2 is done, let's add a breakpoint. Next updation is our case 3. Similarly, we will be needing a break statement. Deletion would be our case 4. And after deletion is done, we'll be doing a break statement, and then by default we need to have a case called default. What happens in a default case is we just mention if user enters anything other than 1 2 3 4, let's give invalid input, and then this will have a break too. So this is all about our switch cases. Okay, now let's have this SQL connection close in the end. Now we have all our cases up and running. Case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. So let's run and see how it looks like. So this is how connection is established. Select from the options below. Let's select creation, because if we see in DB we have only one record. Let's create another record. Enter name Sheldon, age 40. Data is inserted into table. So let's go ahead and see. Yes, it is inserted. Next, let's try deletion. Before deletion, let's retrieve and see what is the data we have. We have Penny and Sheldon. So now, do you see the issue here? We can see that 2 and 3. 2 is Penny, 3 is Sheldon. So let's go ahead and delete any one of them. I'm giving 4. Enter the directory to be deleted. I'm giving 2. It is deleted. Let's go ahead and see in DB. Yes, it is deleted. But have you noticed that for per one running of a solution, for example, if you run it, if per run, you could do only one operation. But that is not the real case situation, right? So before deletion, you would like to see what are the datas in there. Before deletion, you want to see what are the datas in there. Or before updation, whatever you want to do one operation after the other. So why we are not able to see that? Because we have the switch case. Yes, perfect. We have done every single operation and we have separated every single and we can do every single operations individually. But now our concern is we can do only one operation per run, right? But now I want to do the operations repetitively. So by saying repetitively, that's that keyword, what says is we can put a loop, right? Loop is nothing but repetitively doing a particular action. So which loop we can use? We cannot use for loop here because that does not apply here. We can use while loop, but if you use while loop will execute only if particular condition is true. But for us, we want it to display this even before giving any conditions. So that is why now we will be going to do while loop. Okay. So I'm not executed anything. That is why the error is here. So let's put it inside a do while loop. Let's put everything inside a do while loop. Do open braces. After everything is done, I'm closing the do, and after do I will have my condition. Okay, so for this doing this we need to create a variable int, sorry, that would be string answer. So what our idea is, when we run this, at first we will display all the 4 options without asking any questions or any conditions, and we will let the user to perform whatever operation he or she likes to do for one time. Okay, so after they execute it, whether they created, retrieve it, update it, delete it, after whatever they want to do, after they have done that, what we are going to do is ask them console dot write line, do you want to continue? They can say yes or they can say no. So that answer we will be saving into the answer variable we have just created. So we will be saving that in the answer using console.readline. So when will this loop or when will this conditions or operations should be shown to them again? When they choose to do it again, right? So that means they would have entered yes. So while answer is not equal to no, until the user enters no, this should keep on going. The error is because I haven't given it as a string. If you give it as a string, yeah, until user enters no, or loop will be executing. Okay, so we have done that. And if you notice one thing, we have left the SQL connection in the try block itself, but it is a good practice to move it to the finally block. That is, when you open the connection in the beginning, that connection will stay open, and after try, catch and everything is done, finally after our program is executed, this SQL connection will be closed. So I'm moving SQL connection dot close to finally. So, but if I move here, I get an error. Use of unassigned local variable SQL connection. What does that mean? Use of Unassigned local variable SQL connection. Are they saying that we are using a variable that is not declared? No, they are not saying that. They are saying that we are using a variable SQL connection which is not assigned. Why they are saying that? Let's go and see. Yeah, we have defined the variable, but we haven't assigned anything to it. And according to finally, this means that we are using a variable which does not have any data, right? It makes sense. Like according to finally, SQL connection does not have any data. So how will it close something that does not have anything? According to it, it's not open. How will you close a door which is not open, right? So that is what it is saying. So if we move our SQL connection dot open is there here, right? If we move this code here, it will work perfectly. So what I'm gonna do, I'll take this, remove it from top, put it after connection string equal to new connection string and SQL connection dot open. After doing that, I remove this from here. So now the error is gone because now SQL connection has some value, right? So let's see, let's run and see how this works. Let's create a record. Let me create Raj, age is 40. Now, according to our program, it should ask me whether I want to continue. Because now, when we run, it just showed me all the operations and it allowed me to do any operation I want without any condition. Now, when I press enter, I should be asked with a condition. Data is successfully inserted. Do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. Now again I can select from this what I want to do. I want to retrieve data and see. So this is the data I have right now. I have Sheldon, I have Raj. So if we go and see, I have Sheldon and I have Raj in my DB. Now let's do updation. Yes, I want to continue. I press 3. I want to update. So yeah, 3. Enter the user ID that you would like to update. I want to update Sheldon 3. Enter the age of the user to be updated. Shelly. Okay, sorry, I'm updating the age. So let's say it is 40 now. I'm updating it to 30. Data updated. Do you want to continue? Yes. Select the options below. What I want to do. I want to delete. Enter the ID to be deleted. Let me delete Sheldon. Deleted successfully. Yes, now I want to see what are the data in the record. Yes. Select the option to be I want to retrieve and see. So I have only Raj here. If I go and see, yes, that is only Raj. Now it is asking me, do you want to continue? No. Now the program stops. I come out of it. So here, if you have noticed, there is a bug. So what the bug is, please find it. It is not a bug. It is just a programming glitch, we can say. What I have done, I have done a small thing. I have missed out something, right? It is particularly belonging to this area. So I have that is a take it as a little assignment and find what the bug is and let me know in the comment section and I'll make a video about how to fix this or how to improve it further. Okay. So yeah, I think yeah, that is how we will do this CRUD operations. We have done creation, retrieval, updation and deletion. It is completely done. and we have created into a individual cases, and we have done a loop through. Now I have given a little task for you to find what is a bug that I have created or that I have missed here. So please let me know in the comment section that if you find it, what it is. I'll give you a little clue. That little clue is when I run this console application, that bug came up and we have just moved further. Please let me know if you find it in the comment section. I look forward to it. And please also let me know if you find any issues or anything that I can improve. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.